As the Allied forces cruised to victory during the Second World War, one of the Axis powers adopted a desperate measure to end America's dominance on the sea. They created a unit whose main task was to embark on suicide missions by flying their planes into enemy warships. Their weapons of choice, their planes. That unit got the infamous name, the Kamikaze Unit. In Nigeria today, we've created our unique brand of mutually assured destruction, MAD, in what I've termed kamikaze driving. A unique style of driving without regard for speed limits, traffic laws, and other road users, and even a minimum sense of safety. It's no wonder available statistics of road traffic crashes over the last 8 years are appalling. According to the Nigeria Bureau of Statistics, between 2016 to 2023, Nigeria recorded over 88,000 cases of road traffic crashes, resulting in over 44,000 deaths and 270,000 injuries. 80% of these casualties are males. The data further shows that 69% of these accidents are by commercial vehicles, as against 29% by private vehicles, meaning commercial vehicles are twice as likely to be involved in road traffic crashes as private vehicles. The main culprits are cars, averaging 30%, while motorcycles and trucks both average 20%. By an overwhelming margin, 5 out of every 10 accidents in Nigeria are caused by overspeeding. We must put an end to this madness on our roads that is killing people at their prime. It's a joint responsibility. The government must prioritize road repairs and enforce speed limits. They must enforce the 10-year rule on the importation of used cars into Nigeria. Trucks older than 15 years shouldn't be allowed on our roads. The emergency management systems on our roads must also be optimized. Road users must also be responsible and keep to the traffic codes. Pedestrians must stop dashing across highways when there's a bridge mere meters away. Instead of harassing private vehicles, the Federal Road Safety Corps should enforce the law and actualize its mandate of eradicating road traffic crashes and creating a safe motoring environment in Nigeria. We must end this kamikaze road culture.
I think I've said this before during one of this advocacy. The way you keep your house will determine if I'm going to enter with my shoes or I'll take my shoes off. If the house is dirty, I'm not about to dirty my leg, I went out my shoes, right? There are things that can be put in place to avoid things like this. I mean, for example, I was in Dubai with my friend, and he drives a Maserati. And we were driving, and he's driving 60, and I'm like, bro, why did you buy a Maserati and I'm driving 60? What's the point? I'm like, bro, you see these things? There are cameras everywhere. Speed limit, if I drive more than 60, they're sending me a mail, and I'm paying for it. And it's not small money. So they don't have to have police truck. They don't have to have anything. There are structures in place. They don't have last mile on the roads. No, you won't even see police. Nobody. There are structures in place where if you, when they send you bill like 17 times, you would adjust your driving, but your brain will rewire itself and you adjust your driving. So as long as there's no repercussion to the actions, there's no accountability, people will always find a way to get away with things. It's that simple.
Even at the risk of their life.
I mean, the thing about risking your life is that's...
Is it a risk?
Do you understand?
When their pastor and malams are deep, what
are the chances that it will happen to them today?
Yeah.
That's the first question. Like, you think everybody's driving like with the mind that, today I'm going to die? No, the people have too many things that are going on in their mind, that the last thing they're thinking about is, I'm trying to get to that deal. I don't want to miss. I'm trying to go through this traffic. Because
some of them are not even going anywhere. So that is that serious.
At the end of the day, it's structures. When you put structures in place,
absolutely.
the system solve the problem.
I agree with you. I mean, recall that I shared here that there is speed limit in Cotonou, in Republic of Benin.
Yeah.
You dare not go above it, just as you shared in Dubai.
And they don't have cameras.
No, I don't think they have cameras in the Republic of Benin, but there is strict compliance. In fact, the lady who I had a ride with said she'd been flagged 3 times and she paid. You would pay. So there is no need for drama on the road. Having said that, I'm particularly intrigued by the gendering of your stats, you know, that men are more inclined to have road accidents and road rage. I wonder why, because we have exceptions with women as well. I wonder why women are not featuring, because we tend to have drama too on the road. It's actually intriguing to me to see that more men have accidents and more men overspeed and more men die as a result of road accidents. Thank you for this advocacy. I love it.
More men die than women.
Yes.
More men die.
Okay, so where do I start from? It's to say that, first of all, we assume that people are supposed to know these things. We are not taught. I always use my son as example, because he finished his secondary school in the UK. He had to leave here because of his dyslexia. We took him to England. You know, after their GSC, they call it, they had period where ordinarily here they just go back home. They were teaching them, you know, how to drive, how to do, what are the things to learn, paying your, being a responsible citizen, paying your tax, doing this, all of that. So, but here nobody really sits you down and teach you. Most people get their driver's license without even going to driving school. It's now that they're enforcing it, you know, a little bit.
We actually used to have civic education where they taught us. I mean, when we were growing up, that was civic education, but then it disappeared.
But they brought it back in now, and then what you have is the one where you're reading the textbook and passing. There's a difference between you being taught and then read your textbook and cram it and go and pass. You're reading it for exams, so you really don't get it. I think so there are places where they don't even have traffic lights. There are some places that they don't have traffic, but anybody coming in there knows what to do. I remember I just came, I had to ask my daughter, like, okay, how do you guys do it? So when you just come in, you make sure everybody that was there before you goes and then you go. Yeah. And the next person that is coming is not going to jump you because they saw you when you came. They stopped. I mean, my experience in Canada, in some places, you know, they stop and they ensure all of you. So it's simple. This is what we do. But here we have scarcity mentality. If I allow this person to pass the road is closed. So that's why you see, even when you want to cross, people will, try to drive on this thing. So that's one. When you talk about trucks and saying that 15 years, any truck after, where's the money? Excuse me? Our minimum wage is 80,000. Is it 70,000? How many 70,000 are you going to add to buy a truck that is less than 15 years? So our poverty also contributes to it. You don't have purchasing power has been reduced. You want truck less than this thing. So that's also some of the problems we have. Camera, with which light? So the camera is there. Even traffic.
No, but we're using solar now. Come on now. See, we're using
hold on. Wait now. You know, one of the things that frustrates me the most in this country is coming to a traffic, a junction, and the traffic lights are not working properly. I get of all the things in Nigeria. That's one. I'm like, even traffic lights, we can't manage it. How many times you get there? This one is blinking. This one, that one is blinking. You don't know which one to go. They're not working.
So that's solar. Blue. What's those blue?
Are you serious? Blue.
No, I'm telling you, it's crazy. On a serious note, when it comes to traffic, Lagos does better than Abuja. I will tell you that Abuja is like, it's crazy. But you see the thing, you see the thing for me.
What? Abuja the Bribes to drive than Lagos.
No, I can't drive in Abuja. Abuja is
we have the roads and everything. But in terms of traffic, obeying traffic, Lagosians, for what I've seen, they do better than Abuja. And why? Because they will pay. So the thing for me now, I'm talking to Nigerian police. Every time they will be talking, give me 10 naira, give me 20 naira. Fines alone can help. People will commit these things, no problem. But if they pay, if we have a system where they're paying, and then somehow the police also are taking a share of that fine, they won't need to put their men and women on the street to be begging for 5 naira. From those fines, they can take it, whether it's the police now or the local government or whatever, where you have people commit those things, they pay. By the time you pay, yes, there's a sharing formula amongst them that the state that it gets to them, not the one that someone is telling
they know that if they go by what you are saying now, it will not be sustainable, because when Nigerians really pay that fine for a while, the culture will arrange. Anyway,
in spite of the culture, no matter how it arranges, people still make mistakes.
Even over there, to steal the money that will work.
No, fines. Local councils make money from fines. So fine, because people will make, let me quickly dash. Look, but a human being is not wired to do the right thing. Human being is wired to test, so we are the ones that we have to be catching them and making them.
I think that Bright and Aisha now has captured my thoughts properly. There isn't much to say. For me, there's system, there's culture, and to get these things right, we have to understand the relationship between both, right? System is those processes and mechanisms that are designed to then, of course, bring efficiency and consistency, right? And if you have a good system, then it can definitely undermine bad culture. If you don't have a good system, there's nothing that has been said that needs to be said again. In your 10-year rule, car, trucks, whatever, I wrote Danfos, and then I wrote pure water distribution companies. Have you ever seen any pure water distribution company that they are not pushing?
That the truck is less than 30 years.
Have you seen? Danfos is on the road. So many of them should not be roadworthy.
In terms of the 15 years, I was actually more particular about trucks, especially because we have a lot of truck accidents.
No, so I'm not even about the rule, whether it's 10 or 15 or whatever. Even if you are driving a 20 years old vehicle, it can be maintained. It can be maintained. We might have every kind of problem, but is it talent and hands to get things done? They will get it done. It can be maintained. So I'm not even a fan of 10-year rule or whatever, because like you said, there's poverty. What I can afford is what I can afford. But can you maintain it? Like, you are holding me, a private vehicle, for maybe what? A light somewhere, but the Danfos that is passing me next to me is a death trap. Yeah. And people are in it paying money, and the government has internalized it as part of our culture, because they don't hold them anymore. I don't know how the settlement is done, but those things should not be on the road. So, I mean, I think, honestly, Bryce has said it. If I come to your house and it's dirty, I go wear my shoe and enter. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It's that simple.
All right. If we don't kill corruption
will kill us.
And by extension, indiscipline, corruption will kill us. Pure and simple.
Yinka, isn't this already killing us? Though we appear much alive. Interestingly, corruption and hypocrisy have much in common.